Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video, and in today's video, you see the title, we're going to be speaking about Cardi B and this whole controversy around people calling her Mexican and what she exactly had to say about it. I have a couple of things that I need to say in regards to this whole topic, so you'll see. But if you're interested in Cardi B, female rap, pop, conspiracy theories, trending topics, whatever I feel like discussing, then go on ahead and subscribe and let's get into this video. Okay, so a lot of you guys may or may not know the whole issue that happened between her and the influencer Diamante, and it opened up this whole conversation about colorism and black women in the music industry and marketability and just so many other things. Ice Spice got brought up. It was like a whole huge thing. I am not recapping all of that right now, but out of the couple of things that were brought up, her being called a Mexican also ended up being brought up amongst this whole conversation, and it spiraled into a second conversation. So I find out that Cardi B ended up addressing this on live and basically explained why it is that she feels so upset and so bothered by the fact that she is being called Mexican by people. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the video and some comments about it, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about what I have to say after.
I feel offended that people call me Mexican and stuff because I'm not Mexican. I'm not Mexican. My nationalities don't have the same cultures. We speak the same language. We have different dialects. We don't eat the same food. We don't eat the same nothing. Call a Nigerian Ghanaian. Call a Haitian a Haitian Jamaican. Call a Jamaican a Haitian. Call a Guyanese a Trini. And you tell me how they gonna feel. You tell me how they gonna feel. And not only do y'all and stop playing with me, because y'all know that I'm not Mexican. And y'all do that shit to irritate me. And not only do y'all don't call me a Mexican, y'all call me a dirty Mexican. So of course I'm gonna defend myself every single time you guys do it. You're not gonna keep erasing my nationalities. You're not gonna keep erasing how I am. And first of all, I never in my life growing up did I ever heard anybody call me a Mexican. So it's like, well, how the fuck? When I was coming up, y'all wasn't calling me that, but now y'all do call me that.
So that was Cardi B explaining why she feels that way. Also, let's take a look at some comments and reactions to this video from some people. I just call anyone that speaks Spanish Hispanic to be safe. Yeah, we ain't claiming her. I thought she was Rican. We don't claim her anyways. Stop calling yourself Trap Selena then. She was Mexican and naturally beautiful. She can't speak either language fluently, let alone rap, so don't call this industry plant Mexican. I'm Mexican. We don't claim her. The fact that Mexicans are the face of all Hispanics and Latinos that think all of them are Mexican just shows y'all what's up. This Mexican just won't stop yapping. You're not black either, though. She acts like being called Mexican is an attack. We feel offended that people would think that she is Mexican. She wished she was black, so that's why she's offended. Understandable, but you did it to yourself, calling yourself the Trap Selena. Selena is Mexican. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different theories swirling around as to why people are calling her Mexican in the first place or where this even came from. Some people are saying it's because Cardi B referred to herself as a Trap Selena and Selena is Mexican. And some people say it's just to get under her skin because most of the people who are calling her that know that she's Dominican, but they are saying it because they know it irritates her. So that's definitely part of it, I feel, as well. But some people are probably wondering, why is it that they're using it as an insult, like in a derogatory way? Because inherently, why would it be bad to be called Mexican, whether it's dirty in front of it or just being called Mexican, period? Well, I kind of have a theory on that based on different things that I know. Before I really get into what I'm going to say, I do think that it can just be based off the fact that people don't like being misrepresented. She is right about what she was saying in the video about Haitians being called Jamaicans or Jamaicans being called Haitians or Guyanese people being called Trini or whatever. There are people in certain places, not saying all ethnic people do this, but there are people in certain places who will fight you over being called the wrong nationality or being mistaken for the wrong nationality. That does happen. That is not something that she's just making up. People don't like being misrepresented. And normally that isn't for no reason. People don't like being misrepresented oftentimes just because. It's usually because there are different things attached to different ethnicities, usually in a negative way or a negative connotation. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. So I'm kind of going to give you guys a little story time or a little insight into what I know. I grew up specifically around Mexican kids. I grew up with Mexican kids. I was practically raised with them, their families, their culture, their lifestyles, like everything. I was surrounded by Mexican kids. That's just how I grew up. Some of the most loving, sweet, honest hearted, hardworking, beautiful people that I've ever had the privilege of growing up with. But anyway, Mexican people within the Spanish community and outside of it, sometimes, not all, but they can be treated really badly within their own community. There's so many different types of Hispanic people, but Mexicans are constantly made fun of, put down, ostracized inside and outside of their communities. They're called dirty, they're called lazy, they're called this, they're called that. They just don't get treated that well all the time by people within their own space. And I'm not saying everybody within the Spanish community puts down Mexican people, but again, I grew up around Mexican people and I have seen this happen. So if you think it's kind of just for fun or just random, it's not necessarily as random as you think. There's a reason why they're not calling her a dirty Cuban or a dirty Spaniard or a dirty Colombian or a dirty Puerto Rican. There is almost a hierarchy of some sorts kind of within the Spanish community. It's not really spoken, it's almost like this unspoken thing where some Hispanic people can or will look down on or place themselves above Mexicans. I'm not lying to you. I promise to God, like I said, I've seen it and I have been around it and I've heard it firsthand from other Mexican people. So, kind of related to this to try to get an idea. You know how, like, in the black community, it's like if you're dark skin, like really, really dark skin, like darker than brown skin, like dark, if you're dark skinned within the black community, you know how like some black people will make fun of you, or you were probably profusely bullied in school and made fun of and ostracized and called ugly and called this and that. It's a similar concept sometimes with some people, not everybody, in the Spanish community when it comes to Mexicans. And heck, even outside of the Spanish community, Mexican people are always being put down or ostracized or being looked at as all illegal immigrants, and like Donald Trump and the wall and people are always talking about Mexicans are this and they're stealing our jobs and they're doing this and they're doing that. Mexican people are always getting the brunt of like the jokes and the brunt of like the aggression and the brunt of like racist people, I can't say the word, coming after them and saying mean things about them, like, so yeah, it's done with intention, guys. They're calling her a dirty Mexican on purpose. You don't hear anybody using dirty Colombian as an insult or a dirty Spaniard as an insult. You hear the phrase dirty Mexican though. Excuse me. Oh my God. You've heard that phrase before. That is a phrase that people say. They just say it as a joke, trying to be funny. But it's not funny. But they're doing that on purpose because there's a history. People make fun of Mexican people. They just do, and it's not right. Some people are saying it's because she wants to be considered black and not be considered like Mexican or any other thing that she's not. I don't necessarily think it's that, as much as she doesn't want to be considered something she isn't because she's not Mexican, and two, the negative connotation behind being associated as a Mexican. And a lot of the people who are making fun of her and saying that know that. They know they're doing it on purpose. Anyway, whoo, this might be a spicy one, but anyway, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. And this whole situation is crazy. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.